A warm welcome to Joburg Today. I'm Riley Sakwe. Shakespeare told through movement and dance. Romeo and Juliet, Rebellion and Johannesburg promises to leave Germany in awe following their South African rendition of the classic tale.
So the responsibility is to work to better the lives of our people.
Almost 400 years into present-day South Africa, Johannesburg plays a centerpiece in Romeo and Juliet, revealing a contemporary version of the star-crossed lovers and showing the tumultuous influence that the city has upon their lives. Romeo and Juliet, Rebellion and Johannesburg is a dance piece created by Joburg-born dancer and choreographer Jessica Nupin that will be showcased in Germany later on this year.
What really interested me about Romeo and Juliet is the development of the characters and how their environments influenced their development. Johannesburg is my inspiration. I was born in Johannesburg, I grew up here, I lived here for 17 years before I went over to train in London, and it's always really influenced me. The piece was conceptualized about 2 years ago, looking at the transformation of South Africa through the eyes of people who live in Johannesburg, and these people are my generation. And it interested me as to how they see this political and cultural and social transformation in the country, how this landscape in Johannesburg has really changed over the past 21 years, and how it has impacted my generation.
Taking a classic dramatic text and turning it into a modern piece can be quite a task. We asked about their interpretations of the characters and the work they did to find them.
Every day, as I go home, when I come to work, the experiences that I get every day, I try as much to find the character. And how can I portray it? It's because it's the character that I'm portraying now. I'm portraying Romeo, which is a person who's trying to find himself within the city of Johannesburg, and also what is currently happening, like the fastness of Johannesburg, and also the drastic changes that happens every day.
My interpretation on Juliet is a very, very powerful woman. She doesn't do nothing else but power. She's been through a lot in her past, so she had to stand tall and stand firm by herself. It's a very different one from all the Romeo and Juliets. All of them depend on like love and all that. This is like the real life that we're living in South Africa. This is like everything that you open your door in your kitchen and walk out to.
Nupin hopes the piece will re-inform the world about Johannesburg and its ever-changing physical and social landscape. I'm Riley Sakwe for Joburg Today.
Hey, yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Reason, and you are now hanging out with me, Joburg Today.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page. That's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those people who are constantly on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. From theater to food, we sent out our resident American, Sam, to test out our Rainbow Nation's adaptation of the American burger that you can find right here in Jozi.
While the hamburger originated in the United States, South Africa has added its own flavors to a classic dish. As an American in Joburg, I thought I'd try the new twists on an old favorite.
Hamburger distinctive for South Africa. I'll probably say it's our meat. Because we South Africans, we love our meat. And we do beef, pork, ostrich, especially that's a very South African flavor right there, the ostrich and lamb. The more meat, the better for us.
I think we go for local flavors, the ingredients that are locally made. We're surrounded in Africa, so we take what we know, what we're used to, and we add it to the American idea of a burger.
Topping all different types of things together that appeal to this African taste. Combining and using ingredients that no other country has at their disposal. The La-Di-Da, it's an ostrich mince burger, which not many other countries do. We then top it with blue cheese, avocado and biltong dust.
We are influenced by things that we are surrounded here. We're surrounded in Africa, so if you take, for example, the Mrs. Bowles chutney, or the Mrs. Bowles that we make, which is the apricot chutney, it is distinctly South African. We have ostrich, which I'm pretty sure is distinctly South African.
Duke's South Africa burger is the Mrs. Bowles, and let me tell you, chutney on a burger, it was an unexpected pleasure.
The most South African burger will be our ostrich burger. Basically got served with blueberry reduction, avo puree, feta dressing, some almonds, and baby spinach. That lettuce downstairs.
Chutney, ostrich, and biltong dust make for quite the burgers. It challenged my taste buds, but whet my appetite for more South African fusion cuisine. For Joburg Today, I'm Samuel Gephardt.
My name is Chef Martin and you're watching Joburg Today.
Dinner and a movie may be a good idea for a first date, but why not combine the two for a night you will never forget? Dinner theatre is popular overseas with its combination of food and entertainment. But a step up is our very own sensory theatre in Melrose Arch, where the dinner and the entertainment are as equally important, creating the perfect balance for all your senses to be tantalized.
What we've tried to do here is create a different option to an evening out as opposed to just a show. So what we did is we've combined dining, a show, and a DJ so that you can get the whole experience. You can come do one full evening and still get entertained and watch a show. And the venue themselves have been around here, I think, for the last 11 years. And they have recently done a revamp, and then of course I helped with the revamp of creating a theatre here. The location, why we think the location was perfect for something like this, is it has got a nightlife. It has got vibrant restaurants at night, and Melrose Arch being a private precinct, it has a lot of foot and people walking up and down. So that's why the location also lends to sort of an exclusivity, and we want to create that sort of unique feeling of coming out and almost dressing up again like they used to in the 50s when Dinner Club was so big. What we've done for a change is we've actually brought 3D surround sound to theatre, and we've also brought full mapping projection, which allows us to project something onto a 3D image and still keep its image as a whole. So we get depth by that projection, which allows us to create environments. And then from those environments and all that tech, you don't want to sort of overpower your dancers and your cast, so you have to have a very strong cast to sort of back all this up and get a good mix.
The show itself is segmented into 3 sections with a 5-course meal that is spread evenly on intervals to ensure that all your senses are constantly invoked.
We want you to not only experience such a unique visual hearing experience, but also have explosions in your taste buds. And sort of, it has to be, if the entertainment's going to be up here, then the food must be just as good. The food is as much of a show as the show is.
A feast for all the senses and an awakening of the mind, while all the while leaving you wanting more. The sensory theatre will definitely leave you with a taste of what you can expect in heaven. I'm Riley Sagani-Posakwe for Joburg Today.
I'm Zonile Ngubeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the close of today's show. But be sure to check out our playlist to see what's happening in and around your beautiful city. That's it from me, Riley. I leave you with Ordinary Boy by Craig Hines. Enjoy.
Back in ETV.
Ordinary boy, extraordinary girl, waiting on fate to take notice, barely self-employed, purely self-assured. waiting on empty tables, waiting on the world, praying to a sky that's a silent blue, waiting for the right time to ask her, act as if the curse was lifted, act as if the ships that drifted got the gift, bought the winning ticket, just act as if. Ordinary boy, extraordinary girl, makes him reach a little bit higher. Hard not to enjoy eating butter sandwiches, nights that couldn't get much brighter, waiting for a chance to show her hard times on forever, waiting for the right time to ask her, act as if the curse was lifted, act as if the ships not drifted got the gift, bought the winning ticket, just act as if, as if, as if, as if. Ordinary boy, extraordinary girl, waiting on fate to take notice.